Welcome to this class. Microphone is on. I'm not sure it works, but it's worth a try. Today we're gonna have, say, 1 hour flow together. We are going to warm up the body, and then we will keep working on the twists and the balances. So both twists with both feet on the mat, and then balances and twisting at the same time. Let's see how that goes. So as usual, start to finding a comfortable position with your feet. You take a few steps where you are. Land really on your feet, feel the weight. And why we do that, because if it feels maybe meaningless, but the feet are really everything we're standing on. And so if we don't connect with our feet, so how can we have a good balance? How can we walk consciously and in a supported way? So feel the weight, press gently the toes down towards the mat. Feel the weight on the heels, on the sides of the foot, in the middle of the foot. Bend the knees gently. And top of the hips and back. And pubic bone forward. Relax. Relax the pubic bone. Pubic muscles. Not the pubic bone. Relax the abdomen. Relax the shoulders. You can roll the shoulders. So every time I say relax, so what you can do is just do a little check. Do a little check. To see if it's relaxed. And then from there, bring your arms up. Close your eyes. And take a moment for yourself. Take a moment to land here. Land on your feet. Land on this planet. It can feel so easy to do, but how many times are we actually somewhere else with our mind, although we are with our feet physically touching the surface of the planet? So just for now, try to be here and now in this fantastic life of yours, on these amazing planets that we have. And in your own tempo, do that little checkup where you relax all the muscles as much as you can. From the feet upwards, to the head, to the fingers, relax as much as you can. Relax the muscles from within. Breath is soft, gentle, natural breath in and out from the nose, and you breathe into the abdomen. Gently let your hands sink towards your pubic bone. Open your eyes. And we start balancing on feet at once. And again, explore really your range of movement. Be curious, but not too pushy. Just really check with yourself, where are you today? In and out. And maybe check if it's possible, both to the same side. So one foot is on the outside, the other foot is on the inside. Come to the middle. 1 foot point, so 1 foot up, the other foot down. I'm also trying coordination here. So we do the opposite. This is brain work. So 1 foot, lift up the heels, the other foot, lift up the toes. And you decide how you want to have the knees on the leg that lifts up the toes. Enough brain work. Let's combine and make circles. And swap directions. And really check if you are maybe fast and not doing so much, maybe on the inside, well then go deeper on the inside. Or slower, it doesn't have to go deeper, but as long as you really don't miss. You really don't miss some surface of that movement. And stop with your feet, knees. And swap direction. So both knees now are going outwards. What happens if we take both to one direction? A little groovy. Check the other direction, but again, make sure that this feels good. And come to the middle, pause it, pubic bone. And as you now have started to understand, start with circles on the pubic bone. And gradually you can involve the spine. I really feel like it's like if we forget that we want to draw circles here, this is a sort of spinal wave. So as you can see, I'm waving from here, up, and then down again. So this is one element. I twist it with this because it is actually the same. Same, but not. And then you can add the shoulders. And then remember that we have done this. Then you can almost want to, reach for the abdomen or the chest, but not. It's almost like you want to escape. You want to flee. Almost like you wanted to take some water and splash yourself. Lift up the heels and continue. Take care of your knees. Continue some more. And come down with the heels. Place one hand above the other. And just play with that ball, imaginary ball that you have between your hands. And start by observing where the movement comes from. How is the body today? If you feel resistance somewhere, the hips, or if the knees that are feeling a little bit tight, the abdomen, the shoulders. And then start thinking that you want to relax the pelvic floor, relax the abdomen. Bend the knees. And then after that, you want to push the navel out and to the side, and side, and side, and side. And while you do that, Remember that the top of the hip is back and the pubic bone wants to go forward. So I'm not here trying to do this. Here. Can you see the difference? This versus top of the hips back and pubic bone forward. Then I relax, and then I gently press out, gently. So it's really just to activate the muscles. And this might take a while, okay? But keep giving that little input because the body will learn. Eventually it will just happen. And when we do this, my invitation is almost to, with that sort of curved back, to sort of show the side. And then show the side. So, show. And the other one. And the other one. So this is an active way of twisting the spine. Up. Maybe you want to involve the hips a little bit more. Feet can move. But it's not necessarily the hips that are moving and twisting. The twist comes still from the middle. Now, if we want to build up on that, I want to go to one side, come back, and twist. Overhead, continue, throw it to the side. Overhead, continue, and throw it to the side. Oh, and while you're doing this, you can also use the other arm, but make sure that the spine is round. Up, up. Here, so here you really want to sort of create space between your vertebrae. Mobilize them. So be as relaxed as you can, but in an active way. It's only when you are relaxed that we can bring more movement. And then just have your arms in front of you. Maybe you want to go down. So now we really just play with the weight of our hands. Now you want to do the whole circle a few times and just really feel how this side becomes longer. But it is a movement and you should be able to perform with the whole body and without feeling tension. The shoulders moving. Maybe you want to lift up the foot. So here, just really play with this. Play with this element. You can even you can turn even more if you want to the side. You can use two arms. Make it yours. And if something feels uncomfortable, change it. And we take the other side. And just work a little bit with inertia up here. So you throw your arm here and then let it fall. Both arms. Maybe check what you can do differently. Just take a few more. Keep working with inertia. Just throw your arms from one side to the other. And this is more a passive twist, but still quite intense. Because if you're really relaxing the abdomen, you can get a quite nice and deep twist. And if you want, you can go faster. But as you can see, I'm still able to speak, although I'm twisting, because I'm not actually contracting my abdomen, though my abdomen is active. Relax. Just feel your body here. Come a bit closer with your feet. Come forward with your left foot. And then we start our circles. Keep on with the circles. We're gonna have the warm-up flow as usual. I think this is really just like the best. And it is kind of short, but it just activates all the muscles so that when I go into the practice and my body, it's like already awakened somehow. And go a little bit slower and stay. Remember that the knee wants to go up. I have a good contact with the toes. I bend the knee. I round the spine, but make sure you're not sort of going too much forward with the shoulders. Just find a relaxed neutral position. Come down, pubic bone forward, top of the hips back. Breathe into the abdomen and open up. But really here, make sure that you are not going backwards, but you keep the same line. You're just getting longer, as if you were lifting up from the chest. And hips, pubic bone, breathe into the abdomen. Lift up. Again, a lift up in your own way. Keep breathing. Relax. Fingers down. Bend. Come out 45 degrees. Out with your arms. Arms towards the heart and up. And twist and down around the spine. And stop here. Out with the arms. Up with the knee again. Down and twist. Lift up. Bend. And now watch out. Now I'm here. What happens when two body parts touch each other? They offer resistance. So offer a little bit of resistance and find your twist. And come down. The other side. Right forward. And we do our circles. And I'll do it from the side. Be really one with the movement. Shoulders. All your joints, the whole body is performing this movement. And balance there. Have a good contact with the toes, so the toes are pressing down. I bend the knee. This knee wants to come up. Round the spine, relax the abdomen. Active fingers. And this can be quite intensive. So just really make sure that you can hold this for a while. Make it sustainable for you. And while you practice this, you will also practice to make other things in your life sustainable. Like, I don't have to be here if it's too much. Be here. What's the problem? That's like, who wins if you stay here? Nobody. It's not a competition. Just really find your dimension. What feels good for you? Top of the hips back, pubic bone forward. Lift up, out. So remember, down with the fingers so that you can really stretch and lengthen the nerves that come from the neck, and lift up the leg. Relax. I gotta say, I've also been sick. I have not done anything for more than a week, so I can also feel it. So I have to either stay shorter or just do it a bit smaller, you know, there's nothing wrong about it. Bend, come out 45 degrees, hands up, then twist and down, and stop here, and lift up. Down and twist. Remember that it's a spine twisting, so the hips are staying in the middle. And then lift up the right leg. And come down, back. So. And then to the front, and remember that now we're here, and the arm is going to push into the knee gently. The knee is going to push into the arm. And there, you find a twist, you find your balance, bend the standing leg. And come down, round the spine, up again. Come forward with the left again. So, and then up with the arms, down to the side. Come forward with the left, up and back. And make circles. And make circles out to the side. And sit from all perspectives, but keep the same side. So I'm twisting on the left leg. And as we did at the beginning, see where the movement is coming from. Observe. And try to make it happen here. So try really to massage and make energy moving here. Continue a little bit more. And slow down. Then from there, we lift up. We lift up the leg. Bring it back. So we are in the side angle. So we have the right to the front, to the back, and the left is in the back. Come down. And find stillness immediately. We're going to do things a little bit different now, because I would like you to see a few things. So from here, remember that the feet, they're pressing down and they're trying to stretch them out apart. This shoulder doesn't want to go back, it wants to go forward and in front of the face. And now you should sort of be able to feel the whole side getting longer, lengthening. From here, I would like you to then go up. So look first. I want to start pressing down with this foot. I feel more comfortable in pressing more with the middle and with the toes, but feel how it feels better for you. I start feeling and pressing so that I can come up, pressing down. I can hold my weight here, and from here, I find the movement, so the dynamic part. But I wanted you to feel that coming up, because from here, I must be able to come here and be able to actually stay here. If this is too much, be here. What is important is that this arm goes up, long, this down, top of the hips back, pubic bone forward. Relax, relax. And find your circles. Find stillness, but still keep it. Fingers are always active. And really try to breathe into the part where you feel the resistance, so into the left part. And from here, gently, both hands on the mat. Super. Now make sure that you're bending both legs. I usually like to come a bit closer with the back foot. I lower my sitting bones and I round the back and I come up. And here we are. So make sure it's not this, it's this. I'm more like stable. I have a better balance here. This, it's not over balance and it hurts. So this is stronger. Now we want to twist to the side. So, and so. And I can really feel my vertebra that they're cracking. Same thing, now right arm comes to the front and up and back. All of it. And forward again. And maybe you want to go deeper down. Really feel how you are stretching also the psoas, that is the muscles that goes from the inside of the thigh out to the spine and the hips in general. Here, the secret to sort of be able to be here without having pain is to not being here, so arching, but finding a gentle sort of sitting bones down. So I'm not sort of like a little, what is it called, Gollum, you know. I still want to belong, but I don't want to arch. So just sitting bones sort of down towards the heel. And then when you're satisfied, you find a twist, static twist. And the arm presses into the leg and the leg presses into the arms. Relax the abdomen. Gently come up. Roll. And then we want to have all the weight into the foot. Come up standing. So now it is the left balancing. Either you stay here or you lift up the right heel. Come down. Maybe you want to close your eyes a little bit. Fantastic balance there. Open your eyes. Come down with both feet, and then we do the other side. So now we will start with the right in the front. Up the arm, remember, top of the hips back. I'm here. So all the weight is on the left. Top of the hips back and pubic bone forward. Relax the abdomen, relax the pelvic floor. Right arm up and back and forward in a spiral. Whoop. And I know this is a bit difficult at the beginning, but this is really just, it doesn't matter if you don't get it at the beginning, it will come. But it's not so important. The most important thing is that you're here and really exploring the twist. So as you see, my head is still here. So I'm just twisting. I'm not sort of going down. I'm not, I don't know, go a lot to the side. I'm kind of staying in the middle. And I'm letting, it's a twist. It's a twist. And then I slow down. And from here I want to lift up the right leg and I'm going to send it to the back. So you have the left in the front, the right in the back. Make sure that the feet, they're slightly in, so say 45 degrees. Make sure that it feels nice and good and comfortable in the knee. You can micro bend if you feel discomfort. Bend the front leg, and we go down directly. Make sure still that you are sending the top of the hips back and the pubic bone forward. So you're still trying to create space here in the lower back. And I know that this is redundant, but just imagine how much you arch during the day. So you might hear it 100 times now, but it's just 1 hour. So bear with me. Remember that the shoulder wants to almost pass in front of the face and long away. And now I'm gonna come up halfway. So I'm gonna start to press it down with the foot. You can experiment. I like to press with the front and the middle because it feels better for the knee. So start pressing, pushing down so that I come up. I find that it's halfway, and that is the active movement. I really feel that one side is long, the other side is short. But I am bending the spine because one side is lengthening and one side is shortening. And now find stillness. And especially here in the stillness. So adjust, maybe come up a little bit and adjust so that it feels good, so that you don't feel discomfort in the lower back, because that's very easy to happen. Make sure it feels good in the knees, in the hips. Adjust it just to you. Keep breathing, send the breath to the active side. And you can feel yourself, like this is active, this is relaxed. Down with the arms to the middle. Now I usually come up a little bit closer. I round the back, down with the sitting bones. And I come up. To the side. And then we do the little frill again. That again, it's not important if you don't get it, okay? Forward, up, and back. Forward again. So, and now you're here. That's the important part, the twist. And now we want to go a little bit deeper, and deeper, and deeper, until you find static. So, the arm is pushing into the knee, or the thigh, wherever. And the leg is pushing back into the arm, which creates the squaring of the hips and a twist. So I'm not really twisting with the shoulders, I'm twisting from here. I'm rounding the lower back, I'm rounding the spine really, because that's really easy, that sort of, I can squash the ischias. This is very intense, so keep breathing. Come up, hug yourself, round a little bit, come up, make sure you have all weight to the front, up, lift up the heel, if you like, or just stay here if this is enough. Just play here, okay? There is no competition. Stand on one foot competition. Come down. You see, I really feel this. Bend and close your eyes and play with balance there. And open your eyes, come down with the leg. Shake it a little bit if you feel like it. Now from here, put your feet together, but the big toes together, and leave like a few centimeters between your heels. From here, we're gonna open the heels, open the toes, open the heels, open the toes. This could be enough for you, but just find the most comfortable distance between your feet. Come down, feel how the feet are bearing your weight. Feel how the thighs are doing so much work. Relax the pelvic floor. Relax the abdomen. Top of the hips, the back and pubic bone forward so that I am not arching. And arching can occur, naturally if we're sitting a lot and the front is quite stiff. So it can happen that we tend to naturally be here. Just pull a little bit, just to give that, decompression to the vertebrae here. And from here, lift up the heels at once. And find your balance here. And start, if it's possible, if this is accessible for you, go to one side to the other. Be careful with your knees. So maybe start with very tiny movements. Come to the middle. You can rest in between, as I'm going to say when you can rest. I usually practice heels up all the time, but because I have trained up. So we're going to rest and then come up again. Lift up again. Down with the fingers, interlace and come up. And stay there. You look up. Oh, the ears want to hug the shoulders, they want to hug your ears. Up, up, up. The rest of the body is relaxed. The rest of the body wants to sort of fall down. Relax the pelvic floor. Heels up. Gently, slowly come down and continue all the way behind your legs, so behind you, in between your legs. And lift up the heels still. Now from here, this is the part where you really have to go slowly. So I start with looking at the mat, sort of underneath me. I keep that contact, keep the heels up, gently. I start looking up. Ooh, up. Heels are still up if you can, otherwise rest a little bit and lift up. Shoulders rolling backwards. And we roll down again. And even here, the movements, they need to be so slow, because otherwise it's so easy to lose balance. Free up your hips, and gently come up, roll up. Use the gaze, give you balance. Down with the heels, up with the heels. And really bend the knees here. Lift up the heels. And twist again. Up with the arms. Arms to the side. Now I just want to sort of roll my shoulder forward one at a time. There's a lot going on in the body right now, so be here, be now. And shake it a little bit, down with the heels, out with the heels and in with the toes, fall forward. Now adjust this. You can bend the knees if it's too much stretch in the back. Otherwise you can have the knees straight, but pull up the kneecap And you do that just by contracting the quadriceps. You just pull this up. Because when you contracted the front, this is the front of the antagonist muscles, this, the hamstrings, they relax. So we're sort of giving the signal to relax it to the back. So it takes about 10 to 15 minutes for the body to react, but keep it there. So keep it. And when you feel that you lose it, just contract again. Now here remember that the shoulders are relaxed, the head is relaxed, and either you stay here and just hang, or you can get a hold of your ankles, and still with kind of a soft spine, but now the shoulders, they want to go towards the ceiling, sort of, and then you can pull a little bit. Keep breathing. Gently bend the knees anyways, come up halfway, and place your hands in front. And place your hands in front of your face on the mat. One hand in front of the face, and the other hand goes up. Now again, make sure that the hips, they are on the same level. So just observe if you are actually twisting the spine or if you're borrowing movement from the hips. Do the other side. And then on your own, a few breaths on the right and a few breaths on the left side. In with hips, in with the feet, and we go gently to child's pose, and then we're gonna go up again. But let's take a few breaths here. Breathe into your abdomen, into the sides, into the back. And everything melts down. Gently roll up. Up gently as you please, as long as you stand up. Roll up. Now again, we're going to have the left forward. And we're going to do our small circles. And now we're going to stop here, balance. And now this is going to go a little bit faster than we do at the beginning. Because now we're warm and now you can. So now you have here and you balance a little bit. Fingers, knee. Fingers press into the knee, knee presses into the fingers. I bend the knee here. The spine is soft, belly is soft. So I can breathe into the abdomen. I can make the abdomen bigger, like a balloon. I can make a little spinal wave here too, but here I keep the resistance. Now remember that you can use a strap or an elastic band here. And now if this is accessible for you, sort of start to round the spine. So either you stay here or you get a hold of your heel if possible. And then you can stay here, finding your balance. Remember that there's so much work on the standing foot, so keep it, it's at the beginning it's more of a work of finding the right balance there. And then when you see that you're not sort of falling down, so imagine that this is still like something that you want to be up, not down. And then gently, you look to the front or sort of in front of you, as long as it is, so the gaze, the drishti, is a part of the practice. And now you're standing here and it's all burning, but use your gaze for a better balance. And in your own tempo. And now this is the beginning, but in the synergy, you are actually here, okay? So we can start here, but with time, I would like you to come up here and then sort of round and back. Okay, so I'm showing you the final position, but enjoy the ride, enjoy the process. Just that it's not like this very Ashtangi, it's more like soft. Gently come back. So, good job. We're working still with the left. So now, lift up the left out to the side. I'm going to show it from the front. And now I think that you have a sort of small, a big ball. You're hugging a big ball. And it's the same, so you have the leg here. Get a hold of the knee, one or two hands. You can interlace. And have the same activation. So I'm pushing into the arm and the arms and hands. I'm pushing into the knee. Make sure that you are sort of lengthening the back and sort of doing still that little tuck in. Next, we're going to get a hold. I'm going to come closer. So, get a hold of the foot, of the heel. From here, here, and then again, you can gently just see where you come. You can sort of bend the knee, and I'm going to show you the final. So while you are working on the way up, I'm going to show you how the way up could look in just because it's in the yoga synergy and it's not like in the other sequences. So I have prepared, I have taken, my knee is bent, toes are very active. I am already having a short side, a long side. I get a hold of the foot. You see, not always it works. And then I'm here. And I'm really trying to have a long side and a short side. And I am pushing and pulling at the same time. And I'm filling my side with air. The long side. And then I let go gently and down. So this doesn't have to be your shape, but I'm showing you. I always say that it's like the purpose. That you are here or that you are there. It's exactly the same purpose of the action. You might work harder, but the muscles you're using is still the same. Okay? Good. Now we go to the other twist. And that's like let's do another thing first. No, you know what? Let's skip it. Come forward with the left again. Now I want you to find again that sort of twist. So left leg to the front, right, cross, right. And then you lift up and find here. And just stay here if this is enough. This is very challenging. But again, I am bending the knee. I found my position, I have a good grip. I round the back, lengthen. Now, see if you can just get a hold of the foot. Variation is that I use actually the right hand on the foot and then I open up. But again, I'm trying to really twist from here. And then I'm keeping some resistance between the hand and the foot. So my goal is not to lift it up, my goal is to offer resistance and really open. Come down. Shake it a little bit before we go to the other side. You can jump a little bit. It's almost the end. Let's do the other side. So it's the right in the front now. And we do our circles. Just a few. And then balance. Interlace your fingers, place them on the knee. The knee is pushing into the fingers and the fingers are pressing against the knee. I'm trying to be long here with my spine. I relax the pelvic floor, I relax the abdomen. I'm sort of fluid still up here. But the foot, oh, the standing foot, it's working a lot. Keep that resistance. And now I'm thinking either you stay here or you get a hold of the foot. You find your balance here. Use drishti, so use your gaze to have a good balance. Don't lose that. Stay up, don't fall down. And gently. So very slowly. And remember that the final position is right here. Where we're going to take a few breaths. And really, it's not that I want to be long, but I want to round my spine as much as I can. And you can do the same thing here, basically. Let go. We go to the big Pilates ball. So I'm still working with the right. We're here. Feeling that big Pilates ball. I actually tried it with a Pilates ball and that's exactly how it feels. And then you get a hold of the knee. And here make sure you don't want to lift up too much so that the knee comes higher. Make sure that the two hips are on the same height. So if this, for instance, is your balance, don't look at me how I do it because my body is my body. Your body is not like mine. But just make sure that the knee is out and it's not to the front. So that's a difference. Now from here, maybe you need to rest a little bit. And then again, top of the hips back, pubic bone forward, bend the knee, get a good grip with the toes, get a hold of your ankle or foot, stay here or play. And again, I flex the foot, and I want to have a long side, bent knee. But again, this is not like, it's not, I'm not overstretching, and I'm not stiff. I keep my body sort of soft. Come down, shake it a little bit. And now we come forward again with the right. And I remember here. We lift up the right, find a left cross, and then they push towards each other. So this can be quite advanced, okay? This is so intense somehow. Now from here, check if it is even possible to get a hold. Variation, the most difficult one, then we're going to go into the twist, okay? But if you want, then you get this. So now we're here. I can do it a bit closer. So. And then I'm still soft there. I'm rounding the lower back. And my focus is still on having the hips on the same level, but twisting. Not only here, twisting all the way. and bend. Always go out gently from the poses. Ah, nice. Shake it a little bit. And now you can find your sitting bones and just start looking with the sitting bones for the mat. And come up. And again, slowly down. And come up. Last time that we're actually going to sit down, but with control. So. Now, flex your feet. So you want to have a hip width or whatever feels comfortable for you, as long as you flex your feet and then the hips also should feel comfortable. The heels, so they are pressing down and towards your hips. So keep that activation as if you wanted to sort of drag yourself. We're gonna swing a little bit. And really just relax. Until you find stillness. Now, when you are in this forward fold, keep the feet flexed. The knee, it doesn't matter. So as long as it feels comfortable for you, it doesn't have to be straight. And then you keep the spine round. So what we are taught is that we want to sort of be as flat as possible. Yeah. And that makes it more into a stretch for the back, for the back of the leg. But what we want here is to actually lengthen the back. And how you lengthen the back is not by making it flat, is by rounding it as much as you can. So from here, you round it. And then you let the head hang there. The shoulders are relaxed, and then you send your breath into the abdomen so that it sort of blows like a balloon. For each breath in, you can maybe notice how you can naturally fall a bit deeper. Maybe you can feel how you actually access also the lower back with your breath and the sides, because lower back and abdomen, it's actually the same thing. So when you work with one, you work also with the other. Let's say when you affect one, you affect also the other. Gently roll up. Come down at once with your hands, so the fingers that will be pointing the feet. Then again, spread your fingers, come a bit closer with your feet, and lift up at a table. Now keep pressing with the fingers. And if it's too intense for the wrists, for the shoulders, so then you can sort of come backwards with the weight a little bit. You can decide if you want to look at your belly, look in front of you, or look up. And gently look at your abdomen, gently roll down. Keep the hands there. Lift up if this is possible, otherwise you can also be here. So really, make it yours. And we do a few almost swimming. I'm also a swimming teacher, so this is not how you swim, but this is more or less. We make circles. And then you just fall into a diamond shape, and whatever shape, whatever size you get, take it. So don't adjust it because it's so automatic that we want to take it. But here it's too much for my knees because where I get, that's where I feel comfortable with. That's what I can actually access. And then from here, feel a little bit. And fold forward. And then again, I think that you want to have a round spine. And if you feel discomfort for the knees, change the size. Often like bigger is better. But what you can do is that you can activate the muscles behind the knee. And then, so if you put one finger in the, sort of here, in the bend behind the knee, and you want to squeeze that finger, that's what you want to do. So you sort of create a bandha. So you're activating muscles around a joint. This is what bandha is. So you keep that activated, and then you have your forward fold. But if it is a new movement, be careful. Go in a little bit careful so that you know what's going to happen. Send your breath where you feel resistance. Relax the shoulders, relax the head. And gently roll up. Find a comfortable seated position. And just find stillness. Find your sitting bones as roots. Your sitting bones against the mat, your sitting bones against the floor, ultimately against the soil, against this planet of ours. I really feel more like a plug, roots or a plug. And relax the abdomen and the pelvic floor. So really all that area, all those muscles between the hip bones, relax them. The spine is long but soft. Relax the chest, relax the shoulders, relax the face. Lips. That space in between your eyebrows. Visualize your breath by your tailbone, and when you breathe in the back of the body, along the spine, reach all the way up to your crown, and then on the breath out, you breathe into the front of the body, downwards. And this should be a soft, natural breath that happens physically in the abdomen, physiologically in your lungs, but really use the abdominal muscles and the pelvic floor muscles to breathe. Wherever the breath reaches, so through the spine and then in the front of the body, make sure that the breath almost relaxes that part. Tuck in the chin if you feel that you're losing it a little bit. Now I would like you to continue this pranayama in a more guided way. So we're gonna do a little exercise. Breathe in for a count of 3. Hold the breath for a count of 3. Breathe out 3. Hold 3. If it is too much, then go 2. But we start with 3. I think that's reasonable. So breathe in 1, 2, 3. Hold 1, 2, 3. Breathe out 1, 2, 3. Hold 1, 2, 3. Breathe in 1, 2, 3. Hold 1, 2, 3. Out 1, 2, 3. Hold 1, 2, 3. Continue this sequence. I call it square. Continue in your own tempo. And if you feel that 3 is something you're very comfortable with, you can go up to 4. So 4, 4, 4, 4. And then you can go up to 5, 6, 7, 10. But we start with 3 and then gradually you can go up. Do this a few times more. And when you are satisfied, you can create some heat between your hands. Give that heat to your face, your eyes, your scalp, and shoulders and arms, and wherever in the body you feel that there needs some extra snuggle, an extra massage, extra contact. Sometimes we forget that we can also give ourselves a good hug. Now in your own tempo you can lay down. It's very important with Shavasana, so the final position, the corpse position. You can hold it 4 to 6 minutes. I'm gonna guide you in and then I'm gonna leave you there in your bliss. Just make sure you feel comfortable. So just keep moving until you find the right position. Establish that connection between your mass, your body, your weight against the floor. Examine the sounds in the room. Examine the sounds outside your room. Search with your ears, maybe even further away. Relax and look. Look with your ears. Gently come back to the room. Come back to your own breath. Give thanks to your breath. This breath that a tree has let out for us to breathe in, and our breathe out will be an in-breath for a tree. How fantastic. Remember how your body's your temple, your body's amazing. And you are the best caretaker of your own body and mind. Now rest here and take your time. Be gentle. Be gentle. Namaste.